Welcome to Communication Skills for Everyone. If you are watching this channel first time, please subscribe. So today, The Intrusion by Shashi Deshpande. The Intrusion is a story authored by a well-known Indian writer, Shashi Deshpande. Deshpande's works are mostly women-centric narratives. The Intrusion is a story about newly married woman. Though this woman is protagonist of the story, and she narrates her own story about the act of violation of her husband. The story, The Intrusion, begins with the woman protagonist. Here, the woman name is unnamed. Nobody knows what's the name of the woman. Describing about their honeymoon place. So because there's a newly married couple, so that's why they moved to fishing village. So she is aware of the physical surroundings as much as she is aware of her inner cues and the unreasonable twinkle of irritation against her husband, because that maybe she has certain feelings about him. They walked out of the seaboard and were back in village, hiking up a steep rocky path, and finally reached the top with the square stock building. So the unease that the narrator is experiencing here, the woman, continues to grow when they are finally broadened indoors. In the room, the man attending on them opened the window to let the wind in. The narrator, aware of the man's speaking and revealing an awareness of what they had come here for, and the gaze that the man was giving made her feel uneasy and embarrassed. The man left the room. Having left alone to themselves, she felt a painful silence as if they were stranger left to themselves. His stress on the words complete privacy in describing their honeymoon place made her feel extreme disgust at the thoughts of it. Her feelings of disgust and dislike is expressed in the lines which she states here. There was something repetitive about the place and something deadpan about the servant's face, which made me feel that the men who came here did so with other women who would laugh and chat with the men, not go through what I was enduring now: fear, tremors, the way I averted my face from the bed. The narrator here talks about the social rules and institutions in which a woman is trapped, and demonstrated the fact that female sexuality across classes is under male control. The sexual urges on the parts of her husband sickness the narrator protagonist and makes her want to avoid him, but to no gain. She was now looking back at her memories before she got married. She thinks about the exchanging words between the two families and not asking the girl about her wishes and desires. She was being binding in a relationship in which there is no returning point. The memories of premarital bliss fade away, and she is once again reminded of the uneasy and awkwardness of being in the room with complete stranger, which is her husband. They spend hardly a moment trying to know each other. The writer projects the image of women who is vulnerable with her fear and annoyed being with a man who has his own vulgarity, insensitivity, selfishness, and sexual urges. They had not been given time to know and understand each other's wishes. The inner feelings of the woman protagonist are revealed here when she sees the sea from the balcony, expressing her wish, except that there will be a difference in what she wishes for and what she gets. Imagining these things, she utters, "He would swim," I thought, and call out to me in a lazy and friendly way. I would respond with a wave and a smile. But all this was in future, possibly, if at all. And at present, we were not friends, not acquaintance even, but only a husband and wife. which shows how the relationship is. It was night, and he asked her to change into her night dress. She changes, feelings glad than her night dress was simple. However, escaping his sexual overtures seemed difficult now. Unwilling Unwillingly, I turned, went to him, my legs as heavy as lead, and suddenly his arms were round me in face close to mine, his rough chin scraping, hurting in cheeks. His embrace was too sudden, too rough, and I wanted to scream, to cry out. But somehow I knew that this was just between the two of us. I turned my face away from him, trying to escape, so that the kiss he intended for my lips landed in the air. He let me go abruptly. There was a foolish, angry look on his face. What is this? Why are you behaving like this? Despite her stammering to him that they hardly know each other, her husband only protested that it had nothing to do with their sexual act. The final act of violation and the moment of her sense of wounded dignity are apparent in the following lines towards the close of the chapter. So it ends like, and then I woke up to realize that the sound of the sea was real, but I was on a bed, not on beach, and it was not the sea that was pounding my body, but he, my husband, who was forcibly uh, his body on mine. I was too frightened to speak. My voice was strangled in my throat. Thank you for watching. Subscribe Communication Skills for Everyone for more academic and educational videos.